My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is September 22nd, 2024. It is 6:11 a.m. This is video number 3. Video number 1 was on our part of pure service, talking about a 1805 live where Harry participated and presented an award. And I spoke about, what did I spoke about? The Diana Award. So there were some tweets making reference to that. On PYTE, I spoke about again a little bit about 1805 and really nothing major, but some discussion that the squad were having. And now on this video I have about, let's see here, 2, 4, 6 tweets to share with you. There's a lot of noise going on, but I don't want to go too deep into all the politics, so I grabbed a couple things that I saw that were important, somewhat interesting to share with you. All right, 4,439 subscribers. If there are any new subscribers, welcome. Estimate revenue $71.43. Analytics 997 views in the last 48 hours. Let's go to Twitter. First tweet. This one I had to think twice before I put it, because I put it mostly because of my comment. Alright, Lady Gaga's father endorses Donald Trump, calling him, quote, pure and a patriot, end quote. Oh wow, they had to use Lady Gaga's name for attention. How embarrassing. Now, this is what I put here. In my humble opinion, these guys fall in the same category. Gaga's dad, Taylor's dad, based on the Netflix scenario, Cassidy Hutchinson, father didn't help her in the Donald Trump debacle, Duke of Mexico, you should know who's that. So nothing new from these lads. Women just have to vote for their better interests. Okay? Because every time I come across these type of things, I think of this video from this Twitter who put where he cannot understand why women are voting against their better interests, but he could understand why men are voting for, you know, the Donald Trump type of thing, because it's benefiting them.
Dear white women, what the fuck is your purpose, huh? What the fuck is your purpose, huh? What the fuck is your purpose? Other than ruining the motherfucking casserole, what the fuck is your purpose other than voting against your better interests? What the fuck is your purpose other than running the fucking Kohl's with expires Kohl's cash, knowing damn well that shit been expired since 2010? Talk about, I want to speak to your manager. I want to buy something for my Timothy. It should still be good. It seems like every year white women just keep getting worse. Aren't they getting worse? If you look at the electorate, white women continue to vote for Republicans. Every year it keeps going up. It keeps going up. So my question is, why the fuck should we trust a lily white hoe? White women can't be trusted. Well, no, Kenny, don't be so mean to them. You know, white suburban women are going to get it together. No, you're not. If you ain't got it together then, you ain't going to get it together now. Y'all didn't even vote for your own white sister Hillary. Why the fuck should we trust white women? And the thing that's really pissing me off is we continue to coddle these white women while we keep shitting on black women. We keep shitting on black voters. But we always put all this stock into white women that are never going to fucking show up for us. That's continue to vote against their own better interests. Because why the and this is the other shit that it pisses me off. Well, shouldn't we blame white men just as much as we blame white women? Maybe. But here's the shit that I have a problem with that is, I understand why white men are voting. Because white men are voting for their own better interests, which is keeping power, patriarchy. It makes sense. But why the fuck do a white woman think that she even has a motherfucking say? If she's constantly voting for a white man who's telling her that you don't have agency over your own body. And the reason why y'all don't want to teach critical race theory is not about what's going on in the past, it's what's going on in the mother present. The thing that's confusing me is how the fuck can you hide what's in motherfucking plain sight? We see your lily white racist through the motherfucking winter. Hi, I'm Carolyn, and I want you blackies to know that niggers in this neighborhood have curfew. Okay, so when the street lights come on, make sure you're in your home, because if you're hanging, you will be swanging. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it a buck. The real reason why these white people don't want their kids to learn about critical race theory is because they don't want their kids to grow up knowing that their parents are fucking monsters. Every fucking day, you guys wake up early in the morning, look yourself in the mirror, and you know you ain't shit. You know you're a racist piece of shit. And you don't want your kids to know that you're a fucking monster. And the difference between me and these other niggas is, guess what? I don't give a shit about telling you.
This is what voting's supposed to be. Who's running for office that comes as close to what you need and want, and you vote for them. You don't go just because it's black and white or because somebody tells you this is who you're supposed to vote. You look at the options and then never lose your core values. Keep your core values intact, and you're not going to find a perfect match in terms of whoever's running for office who's gonna feel exactly the same way as you on everything. You look at who's running and see which one fits your better interests. And this is what those guys have been doing. And some women just listen to guys to tell them who to vote for. All right, and you know your rights is at stake right now. Most women, not most women, women in general. All right, let's see here how much she got paid. Without connection to his daughter, will anyone know the daddy clown if in a lineup of one he is not relevant? Okay, he said here, I would not know who he is if they put him in front of me. All right, so that's that. There's more comment under this, but I want to focus on this only. Oh, I guess that was it. Yeah, so that was that. Let's go to the next one, making reference to the royal family. Okay. Oh, this one also my comment I want to focus on. This is embarrassing for everyone involved. So she retweeted this person. Slow and steady calls for the Princess of Wales to take her time as she resumes royal duties. My long read on Tuesday. I guess she did an article. But one of the things I was thinking when I read that, look at this. They're giving her as much time as she wants to recover from whatever it is that she's going through. What I think happened, now that I saw the squad version of the Twilight video where whatever scene they created, William and Kate and the kids, they took the scenes from Twilight, and someone who saw the video of Twilight, the movie, put the comparison, the scene from, different scene, different things that the Wells did in connection with the Twilight. I'm like, these people cannot do anything original. So what happened is that whatever it is that went in their head to have the idea to create that video and make it public, whatever reaction they were expecting from the public, they did not get that. As a matter of fact, people were laughing and complaining, and you see, I'm talking about the Twilight. So because of that, so they're moving back. I think they're telling she's gonna be more private now. She's not gonna be making any engagement. They're giving her 12 years or some nonsense I read. I don't know if it's true. Okay, the reaction from the video is not what they expected, so now they're taking step back. That's what happened, in my humble opinion. Okay, I don't think they're embarrassed about it. These people have no shame, but it's just that the reaction from the public is not what they were expected. I think that's what happened now. My goodness. There's my response to that here. The Twilight blockbuster then go too well at the box office, meaning the public. She now has to go back to the drawing board for the next grand debut. Act 13, meaning it's more like 13 years they've been married. Scene 3 take 12 years to infinity and beyond. So 30 people like it, and there's 2 retweets. Someone responded, add that these people did not say the same for Charlie or his mother. Okay, not add, they weren't leaking to the press. They need a perpetual work excuse. Alright, so there's more to that. Does anybody know what really happened last Christmas? That's what I want to know. The big emergency vehicle convoy is supposedly some sort of a facility. And the thing as well, these people love to create drama, okay, to remove yourself from the attention. Who knows? It could have been that guy who shot himself, they claim, who committed suicide. It could have easily be that. We don't know. All right, Princess Catherine is being handled with kids' glove compared to when Meghan Markle was begging the royal family for help. That's the thing too. And understanding while she was feeling suicidal and was basically told to suck it up. Yeah, this is why we said baggage for God, return to sender. All that nonsense that they're sending to Meghan, return to senders. Okay, I had ovarian cancer in 2003. I worked at an actual job throughout my chemo and didn't get any time, went back up afterward. Glad you got better, but very sad. I'm not gonna read this, okay? So I don't want to deal with their BS here. Not a part-time working royal. Brits like to contempt. I said back then, when all this started, that they do believe something happened to her, and it was to do with her mind, and it looks like it was a bit of a breakdown because the plan they had to break Harry and Meghan by the nasty royal institution, nasty British media, wasn't going to plan. Also, there is ovos. Yeah, that too. You know, that something happened. Okay, it could be many things, but for now, I decided not to pay too much attention with her issues. She just had to deal with God. The fact that she, instead of, at least, I talk about it in one of my videos, just stay out of it. Let William deal with his nonsense. Or with his brother. Just stay out of it. Because Harry welcome you, show you respect and understanding and everything like that. I could understand the pressure because she's not used to this type of things, and then the power of the institution. I could understand her feeling certain way, but at least if you put your feet down and say, look, you do whatever you want, but I'm staying out. But instead, she joined, she enjoyed, and she benefit from it. If she had stayed out of it, at least I'll have a sympathy for her now. Okay, I had given her the benefit of the doubt prior with the missing and the Photoshop thing and all of that. Well, for the Photoshop, I didn't give her benefit of the doubt. But when she was missing, I gave her benefit of the doubt. But instead, they love to play with people's emotion and all of that, feel certain way for them, but they have no regard to other people's feeling, and they love to inflict pain onto others, which is what they did to Meghan. So let her deal with her problem. I'm not gonna add to her problem, but I'll just bottle up my whatever it is that I'm feeling, give it to God, and say deal with it the best way God knows how. All right, so let's leave that alone. Next tweet. If she had just stay out of it, just stay out of it. Let Harry and William deal with their problem. And Harry has his wife back, so and the rest of us have Meghan's back, especially those who were following Meghan way before. They know how she behave in the public and how she interact with people on social media and all of that. Those squads, her fan knew. But instead, you misguided and whatever thing that was in her mind to feel like in order for her to be accepted by her husband, I don't know, I'm just guessing, she had to step on Meghan. So that's a big no-no for me. And then on top of that, you were playing with people's emotion not too long ago. The squad were telling me, don't talk about her, leave her alone. I was trying to give benefit of the doubt because of the children. But there you are, instead of coming clean or just stay out of those, you know what? Like I said, let's move on. Next tweet. When Harry stepped back as a senior member of the royal family, British media believe he will be back after or before the one-year trial period was over. They didn't give them the one trial period. They said it, the royal family and, you know, wherever they broadcast it, they said it, but they pulled his security away right at the beginning of that one-year trial. Okay, and then God stepped in. God stepped in and said, not on his watch. Okay, after 1 year, Harry and Meghan said they weren't coming back. All right. If they had worked, I really think they probably were gonna be a little bit more sensible to Charles and the left behinders, but what they did to them and putting pain on top of pain on top of pain is just too much. There is no coming back. I don't think after all the things that they've done, And they continue. That's the thing here. They continue. They're not stopping. So I don't think they're going to put themselves back into that. And I've said before in other videos, I don't know if it's on this channel, if Meghan go back and work for them, you're not going to see my channel talking about her. I'll be done. And I'll be like, okay, whatever you got over there, for you deserve it, because they already told you they don't want you.
If you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
They literally told her to go back. So if they could say certain things about your child, a baby, a newborn who can't even defend himself, and they're saying this BS thing, these people are monsters. Right, let's continue. They recycle the same lie. That's the laugh here. Everything has Hollywood turned on Harry and Meghan. Do these boat riders know not all the celeb hang out together, and some of them have real life outside fame? These boat bullies are so slow. Your check depend on creating hate and lies, but be creative. There's a laugh here. Harry and Meghan. Alright, the tabloid were angry that Harry and Meghan had even signed commercial deals. Now it's almost 5 years after Harry and Meghan left. Now British media are hoping if Harry and Meghan deal with Netflix end, then Harry will want to come back. The British media are getting more desperate. They believe that commercial deals are what are keeping Harry and Meghan and Montecito, and that if it ends, Harry will come back. Many members of the royal voters lost jobs opportunities after Harry left. They are desperate to have Harry back, and that's why they are targeting commercial deals. I mean, people knows, okay? They've shown themselves for so long, and they went full blast on them when Harry and Meghan were in the UK. So it opened people's eyes. So their nonsense is not working anymore. It's not effective over here anymore. Okay? And people knows, like those business people, all they know is money. All right? They know if Harry and Meghan are involved, there's money to be made. Like Mark Cuban have said.
Harry and Meghan are incredibly marketable. I'd call them the new young Obamas. They're going to make an ungodly amount of money, and you know what? They literally could become billionaires over the next 20 years. If either of them came on Shark Tank, I wouldn't even wait for them to pitch. I'd be like, I'm in, whatever you want, yes, because they are so marketable. It'll be so easy to develop products and projects for them, with them, and around them. It'd be, yes, yes. Can you hook it up?
If you were at the drawing board for their next moves, what would it look like? Like,
first of all, it's speeches. I mean, if the Obamas get $500,000 or $1 million a speech, they're going to get at least $150,000 to $250,000 a speech, and they get to go out there and network. So that's number one. Number two, you go to Netflix, then play them off against Amazon Prime, and play them off against Apple TV, and play them off against Hulu.
So many, right?
Yeah, and you
bidding war,
and you get a production deal for movies and TV shows, and then from there, you raise your kids. Right? Because doing it that way, you get to set your own schedule, and as normal as they can be, and wherever they want to live and however they want to live, they'll have that option without being, you know, having to figure out what they're going to do with the royal family.
All right. So they pretty much promote Harry and Meghan for Harry and Meghan. Meghan doesn't have to lift a finger. Next tweet, even though there's thinking and logic behind Meghan's things. Next tweet, there's that here. British media as they wait for Harry's return. It feels like it's been 84 years. There's the laugh here. That was that. And this is Harry with Kevin Costner at the 1805 Live. Okay. What is that? They're already talking about it here. That's a screenshot. Prince Harry have always been committed to everything close to his heart, from the Invictus game to Santa Bali. He's very much involved with his supportive wife. They are shining example and demonstrating that service is universal. Alright, that's from US Weekly. Prince Harry proved that he is most definitely committed to his new community by attending the 1805 Live. Alright, so there's that. Let's go to the next one. I have one more after this, and then that'll be it. Oh, I covered this already, so I put it twice. Okay, I put that twice. Let me see, maybe, yeah, I put it twice. I covered that already. Now this is my last one. Next tweet. When the UK press said Meghan was a tyrant, they were actually talking about Kate Middleton's mama, Carol. Okay, that's back in 2019. She made sure to tell us, April 2019. Finger-clicking Carol, Kate Middleton's mom, Carol, bombards staff with 71 emails a day and docks their pay for going to dentists. What? For going to the dentist? What? Disgruntled former Party Pieces employees claim Mrs. Middleton will shun those who disagreed with her. Alright, the UK media is sick. They just won't let Meghan live in peace. God is gonna make sure she does. Okay, they have been trying to get dirt on her from day one. This time, they apparently managed to get a former employee of Meghan to reveal how she signed off her email, and it's shocking. What a monster. They don't know. They don't know. Alright, Meghan's email signature contained the phrase, "My working day may not be your working day. Please do not feel obligated to reply to this email outside your normal working hours." She's giving them the option. If you see it now, okay, that's good. Let's say in the middle of the night you see it. You want to respond to it? That's fine. If it's true, I don't know. If it's true, but that's making reference to that email she sent to Jason Kenoff. Okay, and I always said that when I saw that email. Most people send emails, you know, at their convenience. Okay, if for instance you're on your business, you're in the middle, you're in bed and you're responding to some email, you don't have to respond to it the moment, you know, the moment she send it. I don't know if there is there a alarm that say you receive an email. Maybe there is. I don't know. I don't set up my phone for that. It's when I see it, and then respond to it. If you want something right away, the best way is to call. You speak to the person right away and get the result, just like Princess Diana did when before, you know, she completely separated with Charles, where her team was there and they were not arguing, you know, trying to figure out who will do certain engagement, and then Charles' team wanted to write a memo, and Princess Diana said, just pick up the phone, call your mom and see if she'll agree or something, and then the problem solved the moment.
Can I tell a little story?
Please.
Before they split up, Charles and Diana twice a year would have a program meeting where they would sit with their staffs and plan their diaries for the next 6 months. And this had obviously begun when the Prince was a bachelor, as a kind of a get-together with his close advisors to decide what they were going to do. And it had morphed into this huge meeting. The Prince's people on one side of a long table, and Diana and her people on the other. And the last couple of these meetings that we had, I can remember there was Diana and me and maybe a lady in waiting. And there'd be maybe 20, 30, 40 people on the other side of the table. It was a stark visual reminder of what had happened to what had been previously a united household. But because we were that small, it reflected Diana's own preferences to be responsive, to react quickly to things, and she didn't like red tape. She was very good at doing her work, very disciplined, but she didn't like officialdom. So one time, the Prince of Wales was debating whether or not to do a particular engagement, and he wondered if his mother might do it instead, and his private secretary said, well, I will write a memo to the Queen's private secretary. And Diana leaned across the table and said, there's a telephone over there, why don't you pick it up and ask her yourself? And he did, like a man in a date. And he went to the telephone, he picked it up, he got put through to the Queen. The Queen said, yes, of course I'll do it. And he came and sat back at the table and looked at Diana as if she was some sort of a miracle worker, because everything else was a wonderful British bureaucracy. Diana knew how to cut through it to get what was required.
All right, so there's Meghan here. All right, so there's no comment. Let's see, oh, maybe end there. Okay, a mindful queen, very considerate queen. Okay, what are they hiding this week? Who knows, but you know they are covering up something as always. Alright, so that's it. Let's do a prayer. The last prayer that I said was for well-minded. Let's do protection. And then that will be it. Okay, surround me with your shielding presence and let your grace be my armor. Guide my steps and lead me along path of righteousness. Keep me safe from the unforeseen dangers of the day and guard my mind against negative thoughts. Okay, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so we will be waiting this week for Harry, who will be in New York I think he has a event at the Clinton Global Initiative and probably some other things. All right, so I will try my best to bring them to you. That will probably be, since our part of pure service is demonetized, depend on the content, I probably will be sharing it between Pure YTE and our part of pure service. Okay, so that is it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.